Kia ora koutou katoa and welcome to UFC on Sky. Koravinda Hunia Aho. We are back at City Kickboxing Gym here in Auckland, New Zealand, where 8 of our current New Zealand UFC fighters are based and training. 3 of them are preparing for upcoming cards, and joining me now is one of them. Blood Diamond is preparing for UFC 277. First of all, Blood, I feel like this fight came out of nowhere in terms of its announcement, so talk to us about preparations for this one.
Initially we were meant to be fighting in June, and because of injuries I had to pull out. But I kept on doing my rehab, and we basically let them know that I should be okay within a couple of weeks. And yeah, as soon as I felt I was 100%, we started getting back into camp, and we asked if he would like to hold on or, have a fight in Singapore, but he's just like, okay, cool, we'll wait for me, and yeah, third time's the charm.
Third time's a charm, all right, because this fight was supposed to happen in February.
Yeah.
So do you feel quite, maybe not an advantage, but you are so fully prepared for this fight, having camped for this fight for so long?
I'm always feeling advantageous, especially with the team I'm with, world's best, so yeah, I always feel I've got an advantage.
How are you feeling? Because obviously you mentioned you were supposed to fight in Singapore, but that fight wasn't to be.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling now after that? I understand you had an injury.
Yeah, I'm good, I believe that everything happens for a good reason, so our time to fight and give a better performance was in July. So yeah, just really looking forward to that.
Now, after you took on that fight with Jeremiah Wells, obviously it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. What do you take away from that, though? What do you learn from that coming into your next fight?
To be more patient, and we are on the world's biggest stage in mixed martial arts, so we are facing the best in the world. We shouldn't take too many things for granted. Always work hard and just come through and show off my stuff. I didn't get to show off what I can do, so that was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Now I just gotta be patient, show off, and enjoy it. Not many people get to do this. I'm living the dream, So yeah, gotta enjoy every single step.
It's amazing. Yeah. Look, how much effort do you put into what your opponent is going to bring? Orion Cosce, he's more of a well-rounded fighter.
Yeah.
And as much time as you've had to prepare for him, he's preparing for you too.
Yep.
So how much do you concentrate on that aspect of it, and how much is concentrated on your strategy?
I just mainly focus on me because I really don't know what he's gonna do. All the fights he's had previously, the way he fought the way he did is because of that particular person's style. So all I can do is focus on me. I'm not a mind reader. I'm just gotta focus on me, do me, and bring the best me I can bring.
Now, even though we just saw on social media the announcement of this fight, every time we come here to City Kickboxing, it feels like you're here.
Yeah.
You're here, you're training, you're either on the mats with your squad or you're having one-on-ones with Eugene. How much time are you spending in the gym?
To be honest, being a fighter is not like a on and off kind of thing, like a season. It's a way of life for me, and I enjoy it. I love it. That's why I'm always at the gym, and I'm trying to perfect my craft, become just evolving, becoming a better athlete, and when it's all said and done, I just want to, it's more for me, I just want to look back and just, look at these moments and smile and, no regrets, And I guess another thing, I just want to, inspire, my kids, when I have kids, once you start something you love, no matter what comes to it, whether it's challenging or whatever, just don't give up, and always keep that passion, always keep that fire. So yeah, it's more for myself. I'm just doing it for myself. So yeah.
Nice one. Well, for now, you haven't got children yet. You're Uncle Blood at the moment.
Yeah.
One of the dads in the gym, Kai Kara-France, he's going to be on the card as well, up against Brandon Moreno. How has it been in a camp where, you've done it before, but in a camp, and your teammate, he's fighting for a title. That's a pretty big deal.
No, it's definitely a big deal. It's awesome because I think it was after the fight, Ireland fight, when we were still doing the hotel quarantines. It was me and him who were sharing a room. So we had 2 weeks with each other, and we got to know each other a bit more, and yeah, like we shared a good time, even though we're training. We were still training, you know. He was driving me because I had a fight coming up, and he was pushing me. And one of the biggest things we talked about, and which always stuck to me, and something that inspires me, is he was just saying, know your why. You know, so why are you doing it? You know your why. If you've got that why, you know, you can't be stopped. And yeah, it was real inspirational, and knowing that now, like he believed that I was gonna be in the UFC before I was 100% sure. You know, I'm always going to be my worst critic.
Yeah.
So, but he could see that potential, and yeah, he was very supportive, and yeah, just throughout that whole journey, it was cool. So now, him getting a title fight and me also being in the UFC and fighting on the same card, it's that much special, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just looking forward to it.
And when he said to you, knowing your why, did you already know your why, or did you quickly figure out what that why was?
You know, I know when you've got 2 weeks in a hotel,
There's a lot of thinking.
There's a lot of thinking involved, yeah. I had a particular why then, you know, and I just had to rethink and just, you know, there's a bigger picture to it, you know. So I've got a stronger why now, and yeah, it's just for a better future, you know. So yeah, and just being able to, I think it was being with him and the way he loves his family and all that, you know, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm not saying I wasn't family oriented or nothing, but you know that there was another flame which was lit up. So yeah, just being there for my family. So that's the big goal.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's my big why now.
Yeah. Look, UFC 277 is not far away. You and Kai will be jumping on that plane, flying over to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Look, at
back
the
to
end
Texas.
Back to Texas.
Yeah.
What are you wanting to show? What are you wanting to showcase this time? Is it because we spoke about this last time about what you were wanting to show? Is this more for you than it is for what you're wanting to show others this time, or is there something you want to show?
Hey, to be honest, like, I'm not doing this for the world. I am doing it for me, you know. So it's, yeah, just trying to, you know, show what I can do, you know. And again, just trying to enjoy it. You know, life is too short. We're being blessed with all these moments. So with a lot of friends who have been passing, it just makes you, you know, appreciate life, and just, you know, just want to do it for me, and yeah, and like all my friends who lost their lives, I know they're out there watching over me, and they've always been supportive. So I guess those are the only people I'm trying to, you know, show and celebrate with.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Well, Blood, look, all the very best. You know, we'll all be watching very closely and just have some fun.
Yeah, that's the goal.
And joining me now is light heavyweight Tyson Pedro, who will be featuring at UFC 278. Kia ora, Tyson. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. It's good to meet you in person.
It's good to meet you too. Well, last time we spoke, you were still in Australia, and now you're based here at City Kickboxing in Auckland. How's it all been going?
Yeah, the weather hasn't been too nice on me, but it's been a very big uptake in training. So very different to the schedule that I've had. But it's been intense, but I've really been enjoying it.
What was the biggest draw card for you to come all the way to Auckland?
I've trained with the boys for a long time, so I already knew the skill set and the coaching. And as soon as I got here, I feel like a student again. So that's what I've been enjoying. Like, it's always good to learn, and it's made me feel like an amateur, to be honest.
Is that a good thing though?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, if you're the best at your gym or anything, something's not doing right. So I like being at the bottom of the food chain and just working my way up.
Now, of course, you have a family, a young family. So what's happening on that front for your move here?
Yeah, it's been hard. I'm not going to lie. Seeing my baby every day on the phone. So I'm lucky for Zoom, but they came over for a week. They had to go back home. So yeah, the struggles of fighting, I guess. It's just got to deal with it. As soon as we can get them moved over here, I'll be over here in New Zealand. I want to stay here. There's too much training to do, so they got to grind it out. So good on my wife. Stay strong.
Love you, babe. Look, it's when you talk about coming to Auckland, New Zealand to set up camp, that means that you're thinking about the long game. So, what are these, talks like with Eugene and perhaps the rest of the group about, where this journey is going for you?
No, we haven't had any talks like that. For me, I know where I want to be. I'm not in this game to do it half-assed, so I want to go to the top. That's the only reason I'm here. That's why I made this move. I don't want to look back in 5 years and go, hey, would that have been the best move? I know this is the best gym for me to train at, so I made the move and I'm shooting for the stars.
After your last fight, which was a great reintroduction into the UFC, you were already talking about coming to Auckland before you even had that great TKO win. What did you get out of your comeback fight?
Well, the fact that I knew that I was going to be here, it's like Eugene gave me a game plan, I stuck to it, and it dismantled him perfectly. So that was testament to the coaching, testament to. I also, the whole plan was to come here, but there was still the COVID restrictions, so it was just unfortunate. So I always knew I was going to be here, and after that fight, just sort of, I guess, put it in stone. I'm on my way.
And you're on your way on a big card, UFC 278. I mean, all the talk right now is 277, but 278, Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards, that's a big fight. So a great card to be a part of.
Yeah. I don't know, something always draws me to the Mormons. So I'm in Utah, I haven't seen the Mormons in a while, so they're calling me back, I think. So I get to see all my islands family. A lot of my family lives in Utah, so I've got a bunch of them coming. I'm super excited. So.
Nice. Look, the last time I was talking about Mr. Hunsucker, I was talking to Justin Tuffer, who was preparing for that fight. That was in the heavyweight division. He's fought Justin Tuffer, he's fought Tai Tuivasa, now it's your turn.
Yeah, he's not going to like Samoans after this, for sure.
If he doesn't already.
Yeah. I don't know if the UFC doesn't like him or if they just don't, I don't know. But my plan is to keep this Samoan thing rolling and make him scared the better. So.
Another one.
Yeah.
Look, he's moved out of the heavyweight division, gone to light heavy, probably trying to look for a little bit more success. But what are you hoping to showcase in this fight?
Shutting that down real early. We've got another game plan. Obviously, it's not going to be the same as the last one. And I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure he's going to bring something different. He's going to be fitter, faster. That's what comes with the light heavyweight. But I'm ready for it. So good luck.
Plans moving forward? Obviously 278 is a little wee ways away yet, so what's your plan moving forward?
I want another one by the end of the year. I've got to get paid. I need to. I've been on for too long, and plus if I'm moving the family over here, petrol prices are pretty high over here, so we're going to keep getting paid. We
apologise. No, nice one. Look, all the very best for UFC 278. We're probably going to catch up well before you go over there, but welcome to Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Joining me now, all ready to board the plane on the Sunday, is Kai Kara-France, who will be taking on Brandon Moreno for the interim title fight in the flyweight division. Kai, how have preparations all been going?
Yeah, preparations it's been a long camp, but it's been a great camp. I've just really gone above and beyond, not just training wise, but recovery wise, and just putting my best foot forward. So I'm ready to go. I was ready to go a few weeks ago, and just focused. And everything's firing, everything's peaking, and I'm just ready to get in there and settle it with Brandon and bring this world title back to New Zealand.
When you talk about being ready for the last few weeks, do you feel perhaps a little bit, a little anxious, like, oh, okay, I just want to get this done already?
Yeah, it definitely would creep into your mind and get you, just obviously because you care so much, making sure that you're doing everything you can. But you just got to trust the system and trust the process and enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to be performing at your best. And so many things are happening outside of training, life and being a father, taking care of, home life and all of that. So I've just, done everything I can. I've got such a beautiful wife that supports me in every way she can and making sure that I'm getting sleep and eating and doing everything that just taking stress away from me that I don't need to. So it's all collective input, and it's such a team effort. And what we're doing here at City Kickboxing with the boys, and they've gone over and defended their belts, and we're just using that as momentum. And now we've got a third world title that we could be bringing back to New Zealand. And I've just put my best foot forward. I didn't go to Vegas. I could have gone over this to support them, but I didn't want to lose, time and play catch up once I got back. So I just stayed in the gym. I'm lucky enough I had a lot of teammates that didn't go over and stayed and helped me training. So yeah, we've just been just putting the head down and just quietly just working. And here we are now, a few days out, about to fly out to Dallas. And then it's my fight week. I've got my own belt to bring home, and I can't wait. I'm more than ready for this.
When you talk about, not going over to those fights, choosing, to not lose momentum, a lot of fighters still do attend those fights. I mean, how does this fight camp differ from any other camp you've had before?
Just giving myself enough time. I feel like that's been the key thing. I haven't really stopped training since my birthday and my last fight at March 26. I stayed in the gym. I knew this was going to happen. A title fight was around the corner, and I didn't want to, take a fight on short notice. So I was just like, let's just stay in the gym, just keep upskilling, keep my weight down. And I had 9 weeks to prepare for this fight. And for 9 weeks, I haven't taken a day off. We've just been in the gym 7 days a week, 2 to 3 times a day, working on game planning, working on upskilling, and then obviously when it's closer to the fight, ramping up our conditioning. And there's just no dwelling on what I could have done. I've just been doing it and just keep turning up. That's pretty much the story tale of my whole MMA journey. I just keep turning up and stayed consistent. And you take all these speed bumps and these tough times in the sport, and you just turn it into fuel, and you just learn from it. And this is just another fight for me. I know it's going to be my first 5-rounder, but I can go another 2-3 rounds in my 3-round fight. So I feel like that won't be an issue, and it's someone I've fought before. So I can picture myself, being in the middle of the octagon, squaring off against Brandon, and this time we'll be a bit more prepared and what he's going to bring. And I'm not focused on what he's bringing to the table. I'm just focused on myself, and that's all I can control. And these last 2 years in this pandemic haven't been ideal. We haven't our gym's been shut. We haven't had our normal coaches in our corners, and look what we've been able to do: take out former world champions, take out guys that have never lost before, and on this 3-fight win streak. So I take that as confidence, that knowing that whatever circumstance or situation I'm in, I can always find a way. And now everything's back to normal. My normal team will be there with me. Normal lead up. Obviously, travel's just a part of being a UFC fighter from this side of the world, so nothing new to me. And then once it's fight week, I just enjoy it. Just enjoy these moments, and the press conference, these big weigh-ins, and then such a big fight card in Dallas as a co-main event. Everything that I've visualized, manifested, and more than ready for.
Manifested, that's a word that Eugene brought up, that he says a lot of his fighters have a lot of manifesting going on in this gym. Look, for those who may be a little late to the party, Kai Kara-France has fought Brandon Moreno before, like you said. Is this a fight that you've always wanted to run back? Yeah, definitely.
It's a fight that I feel like the first time didn't do it justice, because it was on the prelims of a pay-per-view card in Las Vegas. And for people that don't know, no one's in the crowd. They don't come until the main card. That's just how Vegas is. There's so many things are happening every night that it's hard to be at a fight for 6 hours. They're going to come just for the last few fights, the bigger fights. So not many people got to see it live. And it was such a eventful fight, action-packed right from the get-go. It was a close fight, and a few little adjustments, I would have won that fight. So now that we get to do it in a packed Dallas stadium, in Dallas at a stadium there where Brandon's pretty much the hometown guy. It's on the border of Mexico, so it's going to be hostile territory. But I love it. I welcome that. I want to feed off energy, even if they're going against me. By the end of the night, they're going to be on board my bandwagon and a fan as well. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm looking forward to seeing a packed house, and I'm looking forward to spoiling the party. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I've been pretty much training for my whole life. You know, I've been in the sport for so long now, and yeah, there's just nothing more to do but to get in there and shock the world. And people have always overlooked me, underestimated me, but that's probably the worst thing you can do. So I know what I'm capable of, and I actually believe it now that I'm the best in the world, and that's the barrier that I had to get over. So now that I do believe it, and I know what I'm capable of, I'm just going to go out there and go do it.
You've been disrupting the party for a wee while now, Kai, and well, none of it has been, you know, in your own backyard. So this isn't, you know, too foreign for you. Look, another thing that we've spoken about in the past is that, you know, back in those days, the first Moreno fight days, the flyweight division was fighting for survival, and now there's all these arguments about who's going to take on Figueiredo and who's going to fight for the title. You're a part of that flyweight history now. Do you know, take time to smell the roses on that, about what you've done for the flyweight division?
Yeah, definitely. When I made my debut in Adelaide 2018, that lead up into that fight, people were saying, what's it like being the last flyweight fight ever? You know, would you go up to bantamweight, or where would you go after the UFC? I was like, I haven't even fought yet, and I'm already getting told, like, what's my plans after I get cut? So I didn't really look into it too much. I can only control what I can, and that's just go out there and put on a show and go out there and get a win. So that's what I did, and that's what I've been doing. I haven't really overlooked how these outside obstacles have been affecting our division. You know, it's out of my hands. I've just had to go in there and make sure people love my fighting and be entertaining, and that's what I bring to this division. Not many people are getting knockouts like what I do, and I know it took a little while in the UFC for me to actually find my feet and live up to my nickname, and now that you're seeing everything come together and more well-rounded, more composed in that octagon, you're seeing everything come together really well. So it's been an awesome journey being a part of this flyweight division. Every fight night or every pay-per-view card, there's always at least one flyweight that's getting a bonus, if it's fight of the night or performance of the night. Last week, you know, Match Now and Soju putting on a war and back and forth, and people are saying it's one of the fight of the year candidates. So you know, this wasn't even unheard of a few years ago. People say the flyweights don't finish fights, they're unexciting, they shouldn't even be here. And it's like, man, now we're probably one of the most exciting divisions in the UFC, and you know, so many great matchups to be made. And I know Brandon Moreno is right in front of me, and that's all I'm focused on. But you know, Figueiredo's right there, and when I win this belt, we can unify it, and we can unify it down, hopefully back these ways in New Zealand or Australia, and bring a belt back home and do it in front of my hometown. That's what I'd love to do, but one thing at a time. But yeah, so many good matchups to be made. Everyone in the top 10 can beat anyone. That's the exciting thing about us. And there's no stalling. Like, there's so much scrambles, we don't get tired. You're starting to see people put people away now with knockouts. The submissions are technical, and you just see a lot of heart, grit, and everyone that's fighting, they want to be here and they want to earn it. And now fans are starting to appreciate that. So it's cool to see that, and it's cool to get more fans on board. And I'm excited to put on a show. Nice.
Well, Kai, from a division that might not have been existing post 2018 to now fighting for the title, you're finally here. Now's your time. We're all here. We're all on board. All the very best for your trip over to Dallas, Texas.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time and you covering not just myself, but the gym and New Zealand mixed martial arts has been awesome. But yeah, we'll definitely do an interview when I bring the belt back home.